Does this make you proud? You fooled the Republic into drowning you in honors while you fetch and heal for the Empire. Maybe you'll kill me, but not before I show the galaxy that you're a traitor.
You're the one who kidnaps senators at the Voidwolf's bequest.
There's no one here to listen to your lies.
The joke's on you!
You're awfully trusting, Captain. A man helps you once so you can trust him forever. A woman gets selected so she'll be loyal to the office. See what your patrons are saying now.
Once that idiot captain takes out Rogan, the rest of the gangs will fold. We'll have the whole Underworld locked up.
Then the Voidwolf will keep his promise? When the Empire wins, I'll have a planet of my own?
I never got to thank you for rescuing them from Rogan at Port Nowhere.
I don't believe it.
I never thought you'd survive the King's ransom. But it was awful good-hearted of you to clear Rogan out of my way.
When Ivory gave us Rogan's strongholds, that was just a hit list for the Voidwolf.
Now there's no one left to stand against me.
There's still me and mine.
What are you without my agents? Not a privateer, not a crime lord. Everything you have, I gave you.
He's put together a pirate fleet. The Republic expects an attack from outside, not from gangs within their borders.
Jane, Desora, finish this off.
You were duped. Doesn't raise my opinion of you, but it does put us on the same side. I'll get your back, you get mine.
I don't trust you, but I don't think you're smart enough to do all this to trick me.
Apparently it doesn't take that much.
How touching. Too bad it ends here.
I'm man enough to admit you saved my life. Guess that's worth a ship full of blasters. You win. I'm just glad all the good you did the Republic was real and not another setup.
If we'd known the truth, maybe we could have teamed up sooner.
Don't think this means I'll be giving the toast at your wedding or anything. Beyond you and me, the Voidwolf's got most of the galactic underworld working for him or running scared. He needs to go down, and I'm too old to do it. But I'll give you any weapons you need out of my personal vault.
Thanks for the assist.
I've still got some credibility in the Underworld. If you didn't destroy it, I'm gonna rally who I can to aid the Republic. The Voidwolf's flagship is at Corellia. He was part of the plot to force its government to sell out to the Empire. My guess is Darmus and Dodonna are with him. You want to chase them, I can put you in touch with Correo, a fence I work with. Glad I never managed to knock you off.
I knew your whole only in it for the money thing was just a front. Thank you, Captain. I couldn't live with myself if we'd left Dan Lazine with that pig.
Hardly makes up for killing her husband.
She's probably not the first widow we've ever left, Captain. You just gotta hope it all evens out, you know? Governor's office on Ord Mantell says thanks, by the way. With the disarm codes, they finally got real peace there. It's hard to say if something like that is worth a life. We've been through a lot together, Captain. If it wasn't for you, I'd have walked away from some of it. But if you gave me a choice between you and the rest of the galaxy, I'd still be here at your side. I love you.
I didn't think men like you existed. You make me want to be the lady you think I am.
Fun.
I love you too, Corso.
I know. Nice to hear you say it, though. I've been wanting to do this a long time. Kept waiting until I thought we'd be safe, but I don't think we're getting there. Will you marry me, Captain?
I'd be honored to have you as my husband.
You don't know how I sweated that one, Captain. You know, as ship's captain, you're legally empowered by the Republic to perform wedding ceremonies on board your own vessel.
Let's skip to the honeymoon.
Oh, you got no shame.
My fighting style pretty much comes down to, I really don't like pain.
I guess you've been wondering how someone like me ever ended up with the Jedi, huh?
You don't really seem like the Jedi type.
They thought that too. I was always kind of the odd one out in my family, and believe me, it was not a small family. When they kicked me out, I went to Nar Shaddaa and met a Jedi who said all the weird stuff that happens to me is a connection to the Force.
Don't sell yourself short. You do plenty of weird stuff all on your own.
And you know, that was an issue. The Jedi are all about recruiting kids too young to know better, so there it was. Me and all these serene little kids. You've never known real rage until you've been lectured on controlling your emotions by a 4-year-old in a robe.
You said you were kicked out?
I maybe overstated that. They don't really throw people out, you know. Call of the dark side and all that. But it was clear I'd never make the cut. Anything I could do with the Force was basically random. Never even figured out how to work my dead master's lightsaber. So, have I been looking any more convincing with the lightsaber? I mean, it's about as much use to me in a fight as a glow-in-the-dark belt buckle. But I figure if I wave it around, maybe it'll scare people off.
You think you can get me one of those?
I'll keep my eye out. This was the only lightsaber we had, you know, in the whole Enclave. I wasn't in the Jedi Academy proper. Never made it that far. My master ran a recruitment center on Nar Shaddaa. I don't think he had the guts to actually bring me out in public.
Doesn't sound like much of a life.
It was a step up from prison. I need you to teach me to fight dirty. You'd think I'd be good at that, you know, but when it gets beyond cowering in doorways, I'm pretty much all point and shoot. Show me how you work your magic.
Set your blaster on stun. We'll take some time, see what you're made of.
Stun, huh? That's a good idea. They should make every Jedi kid spend time in a war zone. When you see what real Sith are like, it makes my blood run cold. And don't make any fish jokes there. I'm serious. It makes you see why the Jedi make such a big deal about not giving in to the dark side.
Isn't don't give in to the dark side kind of Jedi School 101?
I never thought I was the type. You know, like all Sith had to be these brooding, sadistic puppet masters. But Master Lauren was right. The road to the dark side starts with things we all feel. Jealousy, greed. They're all the seeds of it. I'd rather spend the rest of my life meditating on a cold rock than turn into that.
You are not what I expected, Captain. I've seen you in battle. I know you can fight. But I've been killing Jedi and Republic troopers since my childhood, and you are nothing like them.
You mean a coward with no discipline and no greater loyalty than myself?
My father would have thought so. He would have seen no honor in fighting a woman who uses words and tricks to turn a battle. But I have seen your victories. I believe you are a worthy foe.
Was I just complimented or insulted?
It was meant as praise. A warrior can only challenge yourself against enemies of honor and courage. There is no honor in attacking those beneath you. A worthy foe is a gift. In defeating them, we hone ourselves to the best we can be and bring honor to the name Mandalorian. Or so I was taught. I did not expect our travels to linger so long, Captain. I kept thinking I would leave at the next port, but I appreciate the trust you have shown me. And more often than not, I admire your decisions. You can be far more ruthless than your reputation suggests.
Guess where I picked that up?
I did not expect us to find so much common ground. Are there things you regret, Captain? It is not an emotion I was raised to feel. We act, and we face the consequences with courage. But it is far easier to discipline my body than my mind.
Why waste time worrying about the last galaxy-shattering mistake when a worse one's coming tomorrow?
There is no worse failure than abandoning my clan. I should have been with my clan when the Empire came for them. I'd left to join another clan, to follow a lover. At the moment they were betrayed, I knew nothing.
I don't imagine anyone can just walk up and arrest a bunch of Mandalorians.
The Empire could not have succeeded without treachery. I only know they used some kind of time-released poison, then arrested them as they lay unconscious. When I called for my lover's clan to defend them, the cowards refused. They were not true Mandalorians.
I thought that story would end with, so I tore them limb from limb and used their corpses as jet fuel.
Their cowardice did not kill my clan. Let them live with their guilt. It is the Empire that must pay. I have a name.
Really? Huh. All right then.
I know whose order Moff Tyrek signed. To execute my clan, it was sent by Imperial Major Stan Wu. I've heard of him. He is a liaison between the Empire and hired bounty hunters. I will kill him.
You can't just walk up to an Imperial Major and blast him. Do you have an actual plan?
I'll exploit the Major's position and turn it against him. The Major is hiring the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. I will go there and present myself as one of them. Once I secure a meeting with Major Stan Wu, all that's left is to pull the trigger.
Is it too late for a discussion about letting this go? Just live and let live?
If the Major did not wish to die, he should not have killed my clan. If we do not see each other again, retursi a me.
You made it back alive. I assume the Imperial wasn't so lucky?
That sniveling worm was no more the architect of my clan's destruction than Moff Tyrek was. I left him alive, wallowing in his disgrace. Major Stan Wu ordered the execution because of lies told to him by another Mandalorian. Tayari Rook. The true crime rests with him.
That must have been one whopper of a lie to get your whole clan wiped out.
Rook presented Major Stanwoo with evidence that Clan Spar reneged on a contract. My people were hired to destroy transport ships full of young Jedi, but the Empire's target survived. If Clan Spar had accepted that contract, the Jedi would be dead. Rook framed us.
Only a Mandalorian could get insulted over not being a mass murderer.
The Mandalorian's word is sacred. Contracts must be fulfilled regardless of details. I have already begun my hunt for Tayari Rook. I will settle his debt to Clan Spar.